All right, we're back with some more Queen from Queen 2. So I'm hitting up this early Queen. Like I said, I'm a fan of Queen, but I didn't start until News of the World, and then I went backwards a little bit to Night at the Opera and Day at the Races, uh, and not any further than that. And then I followed them up through, like Jazz and the Game and Jazz and then that was about it. So there's like a 5 album stretch where I'm very familiar with their music. But then there's so much more that I'm not, especially basically their early albums and after that. I'm not that familiar with them. So where I'm trying to expand and explore more Queen. And so far the things, and like I've been told, a lot of people think Queen 2 is their favorite album and their first album is one of their favorite albums. So a lot of Queen fans out there that really like these first albums. And so far I can see why, because it sounds like Queen, and it's really good. It's just really good. I just never went back that far. There was like a few things that I heard. It just sounded a little bit more raw, not quite as polished. And I was really into that. But then I didn't listen to the whole albums, the early albums, so I missed all that other stuff that was in there that really gave that polished and not as raw, even though it seems a little more raw. But there was just a lot of early Queen that you could just hear the development of the band as time went on. So we are definitely going to do some more of that. And so we are here with Queen 2 again, 1974. Okay. We're going to check out the Fairy Fellers Master Stroke. The Fairy Fellers Master Stroke. Not sure what this song is. Not sure if I've heard it before. It's quite short. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Should we listen to Nevermore as well? I don't know. Let's just listen to the Fairy Fellers Master Stroke. And see what we got. Definitely sounds like Queen. All right. Well, that's going to obviously go right into, and I wasn't set up for it, so we're not going to hear Nevermore. Um, That's amazing. That is, you know what? It's like from the inception of Queen, is at least since Freddie Mercury joined. Um, it's like they they knew what they wanted. You know, they had ideas, and what came out of those four guys was Queen, and the sound of Queen from such an early start. It's really, really amazing how, you know, you hear the harmonies, you hear the kind of back and forth call and response between Roger and Freddie. You hear that signature guitar style of well, what's the heck's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Brian May. You know, with that stacked harmony guitar. I mean, all that stuff's there so early, so early. It's all there. Uh, Freddie's cool piano style, you know, just the way he plays piano is just so intelligent and so complicated and beautiful, really. He's just got such a way with melody, not only vocally, but on his piano. It's pretty darn amazing. That song was very short, minute or 2 minutes and 41 seconds or something. Obviously, going into the next song, but I'm just really blown away by how early their sound started. I don't know why I would be surprised, because I just really enjoy them so much. And why would I be surprised that their early stuff was any different? I guess because sometimes when you do listen to some bands' earlier records, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound the same to me. Or if there was some kind of member changes and then they became popular, and you go back to their older stuff and it's not quite the same people or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? It's just the way life goes. You know, it's a hit. Life is a hit and miss, and you have to be very intentional with things in order to, you know, make sure that you don't miss anything. And early Queen, I missed. Really super, super glad to be getting to it now. But thank you for the recommendation. I was almost ready to just go ahead and let's just play the whole album. And I probably should just do that. I should probably just play 1 and 2, the whole thing, listen to it in its entirety, get it under my belt so I know what it is, and then move on to some of their later stuff, which some of you guys have requested and recommended. And I will do that. So we'll see how these first couple albums go, the early ones, and we'll move on from there. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I'm glad you enjoy Queen. I know that a lot of you guys are Queen fans, especially this early stuff. Fantastic. They're brilliant musicians. Just one of those bands that just stands out to me as just brilliance, and very unique and very much themselves. You know, no matter what they do, you know, all the songs are different, but they all sound like Queen. There's just something about it. It is so recognizable. So recognizable. I love it. I think they're great. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and we'll be back for some more. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and maybe where else you want to go with Queen. I know I've got a lot of recommendations already, but I always can use more. I like having recommendations so we can just keep the flow going. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you check out my Patreon and my Ko-Fi if you want to help out the channel by recommending songs over there. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.